now coming to crypto. Ferrari, willing to accept Dogecoin as a payment. Tonight's live, I'm going to be diving into why this could be the case. Word on the street says that they want to start tapping into crypto investors, and that's all because of the back of what? The ETF. Simple. Coinbase has woken up a few Wall Street players. Now it's woken up Ferrari. You know, we're going to talk about Ferrari's stock price. That bad boy ain't cheap, $389 a share. And we're going to dive into Ferrari's stock just to understand how this move by Ferrari could fuel a good little return for those who are invested in Ferrari itself. You're either buying the car or you're investing in the company that makes the car. As long as people keep buying the car, it's all good. Remember, buying a car like Ferrari is like a write-off when it comes to specific terms and conditions of. But anyway, good evening, gentlemen. It's all hype right now with Dogecoin. Everyone's going crazy for it. Went on Twitter earlier on, X. I'll always call it Twitter. I'm never going to go just call it X. Yeah. Sour memory. X. Anyways, so it's been pretty quiet across the board. We haven't really seen much activity. Bitcoin's pulling back ever so slightly, but we go back into tonight and we've got the Asian session where the guys are going to be back at the charts to start the trading week, and we are all effectively waiting for that dreaded FOMC minutes that's going to be released very, very soon, Wednesday to be exact. So we'll be diving into that very, very shortly. But what we're going to do tonight is we're going to look into other articles about WorldCoin. And we're also going to try and check out what coins right now do the holders actually hold profit in. So I'm going to ask for a few coins from you all, decent coins, and we're just going to see how many holders are actually in profit right now and if they're actually doing anything about it. All right? So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the flavor. I hope you enjoyed tonight's attire. Thought I'd drop the good old red to commemorate the happiness of cryptocurrency, that Dogecoin is now accepted to buy a Ferrari. I thought I'd drop the red on red, but could it also mean bad news for Bitcoin? You know, when I drop these red waistcoats, red shirts, it means Tino's projecting a move to the downside. Don't worry, it is going to come. It's not going to be as deep as we want it to be, but yeah, Bitcoin effectively will be cheaper. Other than that, let's get with the charts, gang. Okay, here we go. All right, so here we are. Ferrari to accept crypto payment as for its cars in the United States. So I guess they're piloting the US, and they're going to start rolling with that flavor, I'm guessing, in Eurozone as well. But of course, with regards to the European zone and the UK, it's going to be interesting if they do allow people to go and buy the cars, you know, in the UK, with all this legislation coming down on cryptocurrency. I don't know why they're squashing it. It's just absolutely unbelievable. But anyway, this is the article that goes into it. All right, so Ferrari to accept crypto as payment. So what does it all mean? Well, let's just go on the angle of why this could be the case, okay? Let's just have a look at Ferrari's stock price, okay? In front of you, Ferrari's stock is called Race. Now you can see this bad boy has been doing very well. It's been moving up since June. Nice price action. Here we go, $389 a share. Has a market cap of around 70 billion. And of course, let's just start diving into its statistics. Check this out. Over here, you can see that they have a consistent earnings per share. So this is for the guys that want to get involved. If you do hold Dogecoin and you want to go and buy yourself a Ferrari, okay? You can either buy yourself the Ferrari, which will be depreciating in value unless you're buying a specific type of Ferrari, which will be deemed as a collector's item. So 9 times out of 10, you're going to play the flex game and you want to pick up a Ferrari and be like, yo, 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 where's my Rari? As good old Lethal Bizzle would say back in the day. Those who know, know. Now, we can see consistently there is an increase on the earnings per share. So this year's earnings per share estimate is projected to end up being at 10%. And then going into 2025, we're at $9.25, 29 cents as well. One thing we've got to be mindful of is the amount of debt the company holds, which is 108%. Remember, companies that have high debt are subject to corporate refinancing. And given that we do have high interest rates, they could get a little bit smacked right now. Could this idea of tapping into the crypto market be a means for them to generate liquidity? You don't know. We don't know what the true motives are. They did say that they're looking to tap into cryptocurrency investors because of the back of the ETF, and we're going to be looking at that very, very shortly. So that's going to be something that will actually help us make sense as to why Ferrari has potentially done this. Ferrari have got an increase in fund ownership, okay, or guys trading it. You can see from the March quarter, so last year they had 1,886 fund holders or managers trading it, and then we're going into December 23, it's been increased to 2,149. That's awesome news for them. So there's an increase in people getting involved, or should I say funds getting involved in trading Ferrari. More importantly, look at the cost of it. It's $389 a share. Look at the market cap, 70 billion. It trades on average roughly around 370,000 shares per day, but it's not great. Ideally, I want to see it go to 1 million plus, but 370,000, it's there or thereabouts. This for me will be a buy and hold principle. Now, looking down below, if you can see it, what I'm looking for is the quarterly earnings, and you can see quarterly earnings from March went from 18 plus, or sales, 18 plus, and then 19, and then 33. That is a consecutive increase on sales on quarter basis. That's good news. Right now, we've effectively had a bit of a drop. We've dropped from 33% on sales going down to plus 15%. So we really need to see their next earnings per share, even though it came in plus 38%. It was lower than what they had projected from the last one, but things are okay for Ferrari. So the idea is that Dogecoin itself is more than likely going to start bringing some flavor. Bitcoin, stay where you are, bro. I'm not done with you just yet. Here's the price action for Dogecoin. You can see it's just pumping, pumping, and pumping. If we just go over to a chart right here, just to look at where people are with Dogecoin. Just want to have a look at how many people are sat on Dogecoin in profit, and if they're doing anything about it. Let's have a look. In the money holders. So right now, we've got 4.16 million addresses, okay, that are in the money, and there's 1.13 million addresses that are out of the money. And the ones that are out of the money are the guys who are buying at 0.19119 and just shy of the 17 cents as well. Yeah, so those are the guys who are out of the money, but we do have a lot of people that are in the money that were picking up Doge from back in the day. Okay, so that's very interesting to see what's going on right there. Go back into Dogecoin's price action, go into the higher time frames to put things into perspective. Here we go. Huge blue vector candle on Doge. We zoom out, we have a look, and we can see bright as day that going into that 10 cents region could be something that happens. I mean, what have we got over here in terms of that? Here it is on Twitter right now, Dogecoin. I saw an article that was saying, look, check this out, right? Scientists have actually come up with the idea that social media, or the emojis, are very good predictors of the movement in cryptocurrency. So check this out. Emojis can predict better crypto trading outcomes, according to scientists, right? Going into it, talks about this. It goes, strong predictive link between high positive sentiment levels and subsequent Bitcoin price increases suggests that optimistic social media discourse, as encapsulated by the most positively perceived emojis, act as a barometer for market sentiment. It may reflect broader investor optimism, potentially driving buying behavior and influencing markets. So, all you need to do is have a look what's going on X or Twitter, and if you do see everybody pumped, it's time to sell. That's the business model. They're now enforcing, or just putting the idea out there that, yeah, you know what? You see someone with a positive emoji on their charts or on their Twitter feed, bang! You know, let's go, because people want to know. People go all over to social media and they're like, what are people talking about on Twitter right now? Right now, it's Ferrari. Right now, it's Dogecoin. Even Drake's got a bit of flavor about it, okay? Stock, no thanks. Doge, yes please. Okay, so look, it's that's where it's at right now. Okay, and talking even like Dogecoin itself, what is going on? Like 8,986 posts. Oh, I'm already on it right now. Latest. Let's have a look at what people are saying about this bad boy. I'm so ready. Like, there you go. That right there hits the retail trader, and he's like, yo, should I buy it? Should I buy it? It's only just below 10 cents. Ferrari's getting involved right now, and that bad boy is gonna soar to like 50 cents. It could do it. And they said the same about XRP, bro. This thing doesn't move. mindful about that. Doge likes to give, and it also likes to take away. All right, we're coming into vector candle recovery points right here, and we're currently working what appears to be the last zone of vector recovery by the principle of the hybrid system. We've got this point all the way up here that could be posing a bit of a point of interest, so we're going to be paying attention to that point very soon. H-bar has just swept our target and gone all the way up. I mean, what on earth is going on with H-bar? I just need to dive into that bad boy. Let's just have a look. Where are we in terms of H-bar? I need to see who's holding H-bar. Why that bad boy is up 30%. Come on, see it. Come on, Petra, where are you at? Come on, where are we? No, it's not even up there. No problem. All right then, cool. Don't even know why. It should come up and say, man. Where is it, Petra? Why is it not doing it? Anyways, never mind. That's no problem. But 30%. Is anyone holding this bad boy? It's absolutely madness. So going back into this article right here about emojis, if we just go over to this thing right here, this is on Cointelegraph Markets Pro. It has this thing about tweet volume gainers over the last 24 hours, okay? So looking at the volume of certain assets, so IOTX, we go over to IOTX because they've just had a big influx of volume coming in. You can see big sharp movement up right there. There's obviously a mention of something coming into play. It's now down 12%, but the big movement happened right there. Big green vector candle swept the highs, and now we got a red vector candle, which could be suggesting that they could be getting ready to come back up and recover this vector candle point right here. But remember, it's on the daily time frame itself. So again, we could actually agree with them and say, yeah, emojis can predict better crypto trading outcomes, but of course the problem is the beforehand. All right, you would have to be following all of these coins. I mean, FET itself is up 10%, and we saw FET earlier on. Let's go over to Fetch AI. Here we go, that bad boy. Yeah, let's just go to the spot market. Look at that, it's just going 90 cents, man. 94, going into $1, man. Absolutely phenomenal. This is brilliant. Look at it going up. This technology for Fetch is awesome. You know, when they first listed it on Coinbase, all right, and there was a little video from the actual CEO talking about what this coin is. Boy, very good asset. It is a good asset. Of course, I sold my bag when it was at 50 cents. So I missed out on that move to the upside. So don't worry about that, ladies and gents. But yeah, another classic one where you're correlating the information from tweets, which is actually fueling people to get involved in the asset itself. I mean, we've got BLZ, we've got Ocean right there. So what is Ocean saying? I'm going to get to Bitcoin, don't worry. And there you go, big movements on altcoins across the board. But it's funny that Solana isn't really doing that much, okay? So if we look at Solana, let's get rid of this. If we look at Solana, it's not really moving. So it doesn't look like people are actually trading meme coins right now. I think Dogecoin could be doing that. It could encourage meme coins, but Solana not really doing much. Could be telling me that people ain't really getting involved in the meme coin game just yet. They're looking at other assets. Jasmine. There you go, making some nice flavor, some move to the upside. It's coming into previous wicks, and we've got some more vector candle points right here that we need to pay attention to. I'm going to do Bitcoin, sit tight. And then we've got the big vector candle recovery point all the way over here. Now, Jasmine, if we look at Jasmine itself, and then we go over to the Japanese yen. Okay, so Japanese yen, no, not really doing it. This is the futures markets though, of course, so that's going to be interesting. Well, we really need the Japanese yen to keep on going down, and it's going to a very important point right now off the back of such a strong dollar itself. Where we at? USD JPY, oh my days, going into euro, holding out. Okay, cool. So Bitcoin, where your head's at with BTC, ladies and gentlemen. So check this out. Here we go. Oops. In front of you, the spot Bitcoin ETF entity flows. This is where we are. So BlackRock currently sat at 6 billion. You've got Grayscale right there with approximately 461,000 Bitcoin, and Fidelity with 15,000, and then of course you've got Bitwise with 22. So this is really the top holders of the actual ETF. ARK investors right there with 26,000. It's really BlackRock that I'm paying attention to, man. Okay, BlackRock's going to be an interesting one. You know, I generally think they're just going to come and sweep it all out. And the markets will be opening again tomorrow, or later on tonight. So we're going to probably see some more activity from those guys. Okay, so what we got here? Okay, Hex. Yeah, Hex. I mean, look. right. Hex. You're either in it or you're not. You know? So look at it. You know, yeah. I mean, it's... Wow. You made your money off it, but... Not really doing good just yet. It might be a cool project and all that. I know what Hex is, but you know, when I look at a chart like this, I just think, okay, I really need a little bit more. Just a little bit more, in my opinion, you know? Arkham coin, yes, I did see the Arkham coin. That Arkham coin right there, where is it? That was interesting, ARKM. Here we go, let's have a look at that. Arkham coin, excuse me. All right, look at that. Madness. $1.07, making some very interesting moves. So most of the altcoins have made a move to the upside, okay? Looks like lots of vectors, including the 2 blue hour vector candles and Sol going nowhere. Right, so Arkham itself has obviously had some news announcements based on what we've got here. Trading volume gainers in the last 24 hours. So 512% increase and... yeah, price is 1.41. Most active on-chain is what you really want to be looking at is, of course, LPT, TVQ, TVK, and Ocean, Audio, and Dire. So, you know, it says here, the component tracks which tokens are seeing the biggest increase in the number of active addresses on-chain over the last 24 hours as an average of the last 30 days. All right, so, you know, we're seeing a lot of increases in these coins, people are picking up, so there could be a wave of movement alongside these coins that will continue for just a few days usually, you know, which means you want to get out, get in, get out as soon as you can once you start realizing that things are starting to pull back. We've got a very volatile week ahead of us anyway, and tomorrow really would be your day for you to take some profits. If you've experienced any movement in any altcoin across the board right now, you can see, all right, Ethereum is doing wonders right now. It's trailing upwards towards our weekly projection. Not bad. What did I say I wanted? Where is it? Did I say, what was I? No, did I actually? Oh my, it's actually on its way to the weekly projection. Not bad. So Ethereum's actually doing some good numbers right now. Must have made a nice little move, but okay, not bad, not bad, not bad. It has pumped up. To be honest with you, the market has been relatively quiet. It's moved up in the last few minutes. Where are we? Oh, it is 10:30. So Sydney has opened up, but we're still inside of the actual psychological ranges for Bitcoin. This is very important, okay? Please, anybody that is new to this channel right now, hold on a sec. I've got lots of these viewer activities right now. Let me just have a look what you guys are saying to me. Thank you very much for the super chat. But yeah, Whisper, it's not bad that people have bought that can buy Ferraris with Dogecoin. Yes, they bought a pizza with it. But yeah, red vector on the green vector, red vector, green vector on Bitcoin on the 1 hour time frame. Let's just have a look at that on Bitcoin. Yeah, okay. Red vector, green vector candle on the Bitcoin 1 hour time frame. Where do you see red vector, green vector on the 1 hour time frame with Bitcoin? We might be using a different exchange. And if you're referring to green vector or red vector, if you're referring to this, if you're referring to these two candlesticks, the candlesticks need to be together, all right, for it to assume the reversal per se. Okay, Mark CK, what's good? Tino, can you have a look at Sol on the 1 hour time frame? Looks like lots of vectors, including 2 blue vectors on Sol, but going nowhere. All right, so the logic of the vector candles appearing but not going anywhere is the idea that there could be a slowdown in the markup. All right, so this is the 1 hour time frame. What exchange are you using, bro? Where am I seeing these blue vectors? So the idea is that if you see vector candles appearing inside of a zone but not going anywhere, it could suggest to you that price is actually stalling, okay? So you've got what's happened here. Green vectors coming into play, green vector, spikes up, comes back. This was originally a vector candle, all right? And it came all the way up here to instantly reverse back down again. That's a vector candle going nowhere, all right? So it's just a sweep. Quick sweep of the previous highs right there, tapped into the previous pool of liquidity over here. We've got this red vector candle imbalance right here, which I do believe Nvidia news announcements will bring that volatility. I believe that because it's just going to be the most volatile day. I'm telling you, Nvidia declaring its earnings going to rock the markets in the Asian session. There will be gap ups or gap downs going into the open of Asia, especially when the futures markets restart trading at 11 p.m. UK time, because they always close for an hour, okay? The stock market itself didn't really do much today, guys. You know, you go to the futures, look at that, didn't do anything. That's why you don't trade days like this. I didn't trade today. That's why I didn't trade, because it's dead. I'm not really doing anything. What else we got? Litecoin next ETF. Litecoin, please. The next ETF. Apparently, yeah, I heard about this, but I don't know, man. It's going to be Ethereum, if I'm honest with you. Litecoin still working a previous red vector candle. When you see this happening, 9 times out of 10, we're going to see them recover the remainder of the vector candle, because they're doing like a slow burn, a slow move to the upside, slowly coming away from the actual psychological ranges, which then tells me that we've got to be very careful with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is not breaking away from the psychological ranges. And if you're going to be trading Bitcoin this week, you must wait for it to do something from these levels. These levels are very important. They tell us the first high and the first low at the start of the trading week. It sets the range for the week. It's either going to trade away from it to the upside or trade away from it to the downside. The idea and the logic is simple. Price can break above that point, retrace back into it, continuation up. That's the logic that we would assume. Why? Because it's the last area that they started to build positions from, okay? If they're accumulating inside of this area here, then they're gonna look to start marking price up away from it, and then by the time price comes back into the ranges, or should I say price comes towards Wednesday, Thursday would be deemed as a midweek reversal in cryptocurrency. We would of course expect Bitcoin to start making a move back down again. And the logic would be suggestive of this. W formation, rise, retrace, level 1, level 2, level 3, peak formation, drop level 1, drop level 2, drop level 3, peak formation. If you don't know what this is or what I'm even talking about, go and take this free course. It's right here. Start learning. Go to the Breaking Down the Hybrid System, all right? You will learn about the patterns and the structures and all of that. Here it is. There's the patterns right there. Bring up a nice little video of yours truly. Come on, click that bad boy. There I am sat there. Happy days. And we go into the patterns. We dive deeply into what they are and the cycles. Don't get it twisted. We talk about those inside of that as well. Okay? So, you got to be a bronze member though. You have to become a bronze member, and becoming a bronze member will cost you nothing but just logging in. All right, it's free to become a bronze member. Go and check that out, and you'll learn about what we're talking about every day with this hybrid system. All right, cool. So, with that being said, looking at Bitcoin again. So we need to establish Bitcoin's move away from this. Looking at Bitcoin's profile across the board in terms of where the orders are, it has been a relatively quiet day. Look at it. We're seeing offers, we're seeing bids. It's not really moving that much, okay? Now, we know that Asia's coming back into the party, and we can see that we have got a ton of bids coming into play. The offers don't really seem present in the chart. Zoom out, we've seen quite a few bids inside of this whole area, so we can assume these areas to be points of control or an area of interest by investors to build and buy Bitcoin, okay? But like I said, this week we've got volatility that could hit the markets quite aggressively and throw everything off. Looking at the book map itself, what did we say today about Bitcoin and the VWAP? It's a rotation day, up and down, up and then sweep back down, only sweep back up. Rotation on the VWAP, horrible day. Let's just go back into Exo charts and have a look at it. Where is it? This was the NASDAQ, finished off the day right there, going to Bitcoin. Let's just have a look where you are right now, Bitcoin. Okay, here we go. Look at that. What a shocking range. Rotation on the VWAP, up and down, up and down. Boring day for Bitcoin. Ethereum was the only one that actually smashed it today. Makes a nice little move up. Happy days for Ethereum. Here we go. Nice movement. Cool. Okay. What's this? Bearish in short term, my friend. Who's bearish? IG index, I use that. The options, daily options as well. Scalping options. Can you take a whiff? No, actually I'm going to talk about WorldCoin. That's what I was really wanting to talk about. Is WorldCoin this bad? Have you seen that Sora? Wow, absolutely unbelievable. And just looking at some statistics on WorldCoin itself. Where is it? Here we go. People that are holding WorldCoin right now, we have got some very interesting statistics. Look at this. In the money, out the money. Everyone holding WorldCoin is in profit right now. No one is out of address, as in out of profit. 11,000 holders of this. And there's no one that's losing money on this coin, okay? Probably taking some profits, but man, everyone holding this coin is sat nicely, all right? Which means that anytime someone buys it, it's like... it just just keeps on going up. It doesn't stop. Looking at their share price itself. WLD, where we at? Here we go. Look at that. It's just, look, it's parabolic. That is the definition of parabolic right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we all want Bitcoin to do when the average daily ranges get thrown about and bullied off the chart. I mean, look, how many of you are actually bearish on Bitcoin right now? This is the question. How many of you are expecting a bearish move to the downside? Because I'm expecting a bearish move from Bitcoin. Of course we are. Come on, let's just get with the flavor right now. There's going to be a corrective move in Bitcoin. It's only part and parcel. Where's the liquidity? That's what you've got to ask yourself when you're trading. Where is the liquidity? Where are we in relation to the bids and the offers? Who's buying, who's selling, who's doing more of it? If I look back right now on order flow itself, right, let me just do this for you to put things into perspective. Let's have a look at Bitcoin on the 5-day chart in terms of its volume profile. Let me just bring this here. Here we go. Look at this, okay? Bitcoin started effectively a new 5-day range, all right? And it shows me that Bitcoin right now is at or nearabouts the point of control where 56,000 contracts have been engaged. Someone's buying 56,000 contracts or buying and selling. Now we're trying to work out where the flavor is. Is it going to be favoring higher prices or lower prices? Once Bitcoin consolidates enough inside of this area where there seems to be an agreement, the market will naturally start to navigate different areas. Now let's just look at the bids and the offers, okay? Look at how many people are looking to sell Bitcoin up here. Look how many people are looking to bid Bitcoin. We've got a sort of an even distribution on the bids and the asks. Down below you can see it says 6.3K, 6.1K. Well, right now it's actually 6.3, 6.4 favor to the offers, 6.1 favor to the bids, okay? And now I'm looking at the bids and I can see here, look at this. 290, someone's just planted an order right there and they're adding and closing the orders right here, okay? 290 on the offers. 243 on the offers at 52,985. Seems like someone's trying to plant certain offers inside of here. Go down to the bids, and we've got 364, 350 on the bids. Those are the two biggest orders that I can see on the profile of Bitcoin over the last 5 days, okay? Now, what I see from that is it tells me that there's more people looking to bid Bitcoin than there is people looking to offer, okay? Until otherwise, because right now someone could come in and load up on offers. That means they could load up a few contracts right here to sell Bitcoin. How could you graphically see that easily? Go over to the book map, zoom out, and are we starting to see volume coming in on Bitcoin? Well, as we zoom out on this bad boy here, right? If I zoom out a little bit more, change the size of it, look at the profile up here. I'm not really seeing anything, man. It's not really doing much. And zoom out yet again. Where's the liquidity? Zilch is dead, right? So we're not really seeing commitment coming in just yet on Bitcoin. On Exo charts, this is the futures, this is on Binance Futures, sorry, but you can see people are placing orders and cancelling orders. It's telling me that there's more commitment to the bids than there is to the offers. And the market will always go to those points in the chart because the market, or should I say the exchange, has an obligation with regards to the market maker who supplies the liquidity for those people who are trading that want the game of futures. Let's have a look at where we are in terms of liquidations. How many people are long? How many people are short? Well, funnily enough, we've got this range right now with Bitcoin where we've got liquidations at 53,250, and this would be a cluster of liquidations for shorts. We've got the longs at 50, and then we've got the longs down here at 47. Don't get it twisted. Bitcoin can go all the way down to 45,000 and things will be good. All right. And if you're going to be worried about Bitcoin going to 45, you're not looking at the bigger picture here. All right. It has to become a bit cheaper. And look, I said it, right? Bitcoin just continues to go up from this point and creates this pencil-like formation. Okay. Then we've just created a new term in trading. All right. The pencil. Right, all you need to do is forget trend lines, forget absolutely everything, and just draw a pencil. And as long as it stays in line of this pencil right here, you've got your price projections. It just needs to keep on staying. If it ends up becoming a felt tip and starts to get a little bit thicker like a paintbrush, then you know that volatility is starting to slow down. It's not going up anymore. Get ready and sell. I mean, jokes aside and all that, but that's what I'm saying. It's getting quite phenomenal with its behavior. It's moving up. Yes, Bitcoin is going to continue up only because of the back of what's going on here. All of this money right here, ETFs, they're going to be taking profits. They're going to be transacting on that, all right? You've got to be ready for that. I don't see market makers appearing at the top side of this zone. If market maker wants to mark price higher, look at the difference between it. Look at this. Nice market maker move, big candlestick, market maker move, candlestick, market maker move, candlestick, market maker rejection, stopping volume candle. Remember what we said. This bad boy changes the trend over a period of time. This is the daily, okay? The idea is that market maker is starting to show his hand. Some of the technical analysts will be saying spinning tops. You know, good old Chun-Li. Spinning star kick. Back in the day, man. Hi, Tino. Can you please check Audi, both daily and 4 hour? Let's have a look. What we got going off? Daily. Bounce of 50 EMA. This could lead to a continuation higher because we've got a structure right here, but can also lead to a failed pattern, okay? Be very careful with it. Yes, we've got a vector candle in the region at top side. What are you doing? Region up here. That's good news for us. I would assume that they could actually sweep up towards that to make the reversal back down again, and assume that everything goes back into Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance starts coming back up again because Bitcoin dominance is now down 1%. So altcoins are having fun. But yeah, and then going into the 4 hour. What do you mean audio's bad? What, is the audio bad, ladies and gentlemen? Is the audio bad? Please let me know if it is. How bad is it? Or is it, in what sense? What's wrong with the audio? I'll make sure my levels are good, man. I hope. Is mic clipping? Right, hold on a second. How about that? How's that? Is that all good? Should be okay. Can you let me know? Someone just say something. I know there's a bit of a delay. The mic okay? Audio's good? Happy days. Nah, sound good, mate. Happy days. Audio seems fine. Fine. Jazz me to the moon. Wonderful. Okay, then cool. So yeah, 4 hour Audi. Yeah, vector candle sweeps down. So this is what I mean, how it could be potentially a top, because they're sweeping up, coming back down, sweeping up, coming down. Vector candles keep on coming into play, but keep on getting recovered. And again, someone asked the question, Tino, is this a green vector candle on Sol going nowhere? Here is a collection of vector candles appearing on Audi, but not going anywhere. But you've got red vectors that they like to come into. So in other words, this candlestick right here, if it can sustain and clean this area here, then we're going to break higher and attack the wick to the top side right here, which is at 78, which will effectively bring another reversal back down for them to create the same business that they've done here inside of this range right here. Okay, cool. Let's go back into BTC, see where we are. Okay, then. Injected, yeah, we need to have a look at injected. This thing. Okay, so vector candles right there. That's a bit of a problem for me. Not really liking that. What is that? What have I done there? Yeah, so lots happening with injected. I know you guys know about it. Let's just actually have a look at who's holding injected. Injective, let's look at that. We spoke about this earlier on today. All right, let's have a look at the financials, in the money, out the money. Okay, so people bought it at $40 in out of the money. That's 27,000 addresses. 76% of them are in the money in principle. 2.9 out of the money. Okay. All right, so let's just look at the volatility of that bad boy. Yeah, volatility started to pick up. It's pretty consistent across the board with it. That's this bad boy. The necessary data is not available at the moment. That's sad. That would have been interesting. Large transactions happening on this bad boy. We've got big transactions coming into play. 550 transactions at the current price point. So it's been a build-up of this. Over the last 7 days, I've been transacting 127 transactions, and it started off a week from Monday. No, when was it? October the 16th. November the 27th, it actually started out. Okay, fine. Yeah, so looks like it's doing the business. I mean, this thing, it holds out. Then we're going to see this nice sweep up. It's going to do a nice flavoursome sweep once it grabs once it gets its feet up and running kind of thing. All right then, another question right here. What have we got here? Matic, powerhouse, yeah. Matic was always going to be pulling back ever so slightly, but look at it, man, nearly hitting that $1 mark. It'll hit the dollar mark. Coming back into the vector candle recovery region, which it has recovered if you look very carefully. Look at that, just come back into that zone right there. So it's very interesting to see how it's pulled back a little bit. But, of course, this could be on the back of this speculation about Ethereum, Dogecoin, as in Ethereum spot ETF, and then Dogecoin hype. But, like, listen, we're going into big news announcements. So from now going into tomorrow, it's pretty much a free trading day, okay? Unless something stupid happens in the marketplace. We know that the Nasdaq and the New York session can be a little bit volatile, but Asia will effectively lead us into that belief later on this evening. But we're going to be preparing ourselves for the FOMC minute. So they might be a little bit quiet again tomorrow in anticipation of what will be revealed for and by the FOMC. All right? So just take that into consideration, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Cool. What else have we got? Tino, in what cycling move are we with Bitcoin on the 1 hour? Prediction from the past is invalid, or could the 38k be 48.5k in the peak formation? In what cycle are we in the 4 hour? Tina, we need a new OnlyFans setup. Okay then. Tina, can you please check the VWAP on my what? No, unfortunately, I'm not able to check the VWAP on your wife, my friend. Bro, man. That is funny. Let's be honest. Cycles. What do we mean by cycles? Bigger time frame suggests, okay? Now, if we're going to consider cycles bigger.
Back when I first became owner of Mint Mobile, I promised one of our first and longest running customers was...
I hope you're ready for the comeback. At the top of the class on a roll, hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On a roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to